Hello, hi, good evening. Hi, everyone. I am Tara. I am Tara. I hope everyone's day has been blessed, off to a prosperous start, joyous, grand, beautiful, all those good things. So, today I got in the car to go to the store. My speedometer, I did a short. That's the quickest short I've seen the most views for since I've done them, other than my one where I was turned up in the car talking to my daughters. It was for them, and I decided to post it. That one got a lot of views. A lot of views. This one got like 80 something views in like a minute or less. Odd, but hey, I'm cool with it. I'm good with it. So it was a lot of twos. It was two, 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 two. I looked at my phone to go to look and see what exactly that means because I've seen the twos like that before, but never on my speedometer. My phone had two calls that I missed, two messages for my workday, two on something else on my phone. It was just all twos, all over the phone. Got a receipt back. It was a bunch of twos on it. After I did the video, so I'm like, oh wow. So I just looked it up to see what it means. I always see repeating numbers a lot, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the type that I'm really look them up and see what they mean. I just know that they mean something. Peace, harmony, joy, and balance, and things are moving into a calmer perspective in life. So I like that. I like seeing the twos. I like the twos. Twos to me, I always understood brought balance because it's an equal number. I love equal numbers because with equal numbers, there's never any one or anything left out. It's always an even kill. Even kill. So let's see. So if balance is being brought into your life, that's why I'll always look at the wheel and I always think about everything that starts at the beginning must always come to an end and the starting over again. Somebody's about to go through some things. I've been saying that. And some people are about to come out of some things, meaning the energy will be now balanced. What you put out, you get back. You get back in all aspects. In all aspects of life. Let's see. Let's see what we have for the Blessed Oracle. I ask you, Holy Spirit, as always. I usually do it before I start my reading, but I see independence. I'm going to do it now. To guide my heart, guide my hands, guide my spirit. Coast me along, right along with you, Father, as I go through this journey, as I give this reading. Give me an honest, sincere, and truthful reading. No confusion. Total understanding. Total understanding. Intentions. So, intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. May I intend my intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. Harmony. There it is again. I see abundance. So that's what's coming. Now is the time for you to enjoy your blessings. Now is the time for you to enjoy your harvest. And patience. I usually ask for one. I always do, but solitude. One more. Impatience. That's too many more. My life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. Truth. Okay. So I was just saying, with seeing the twos, now is the time for you to enjoy your harvest. The time is now. You've been in solitude. That's the truth. So now it's time for you to enjoy all the unfolding of everything that the divine has for you. Once you embrace the inner divine, your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. And truth comes behind that. So that's what's been definitely happening for me. It was at a point where I would get online and I would try to, I always say, see who's connected with what plane I'm on. And at this point, I reached out to someone that I really feel like is an awesome reader. Awesome reader. And actually, I feel like everyone, I see contentment. Everyone is going to have someone that they can look up to as well. Gratitude. That they can look up to as well. No matter how much you know or think you know, there's always someone that can always mentor or guide you. As long as the intentions are well and they bring truth. And I look at that as that's part of your community. Those are some of the people that God have sent to you, knowing what you have gone through on your journey, and they have gone through it as well. And that brings a balance there, an understanding, a knowing, cultivating. So we have intention, impatience, solitude, and truth. I want to see where this is going to take me. Because I'm looking at intentions and impatience, and what is someone's intentions? What were their intentions? Someone has been very impatient too, and they've probably been in solitude or need to go into solitude to gain a grip on this impatience. And that's true. That's true. Truthful. Truthful. That is the truth. So I'm going to pull some from the Oracle and see what we have here. I do know that with what I do and what I've been called to do, and I knew that some years ago, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of my family doesn't like it. And I can openly say that now. They don't. A lot of people that I've known don't like it. Some are that I've met recently in the past few years, they're okay with it. But all the ones that were there past, and I do mean past, when I first realized that I had this gift, I didn't want to tap into it at all. I would say things without having tarot cards. I would know things without having tarot cards. And once I got a deck of cards, me being A little busybody. It helps with my hands too. It just keeps this and these busy. So I like having my deck of cards. And what people need to understand is just because a person has a deck of cards in their hand, and I keep saying that, does not mean that they have bad intentions. It doesn't. It doesn't. But at this point, that's on them. That's their problem. And I have to keep doing what I'm called to do. What I'm called to do. Okay, I think I'm I guess you say you are ready. I think I'm ready. Trust in timing. Just what we were saying. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. And that falls under intention. And that's just what I was saying. When I started this part of my journey, my intentions were to help others along the way, if that was what they wanted. I'm not forcing this on anyone, or if this is what they asked for, then this is what I would give you. And that was something that I had to understand myself, was to trust in the timing and trust the way that you came in on, because knowing that your intentions aren't bad, regardless of how anyone looks at this, meaning tarot and oracle and the occult, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your knowing. You have to trust the ability that God, is what I say, or Most High, my Father, has given you, and not take it for granted. And look what He gave me. And not take it for granted. And use it as a gift. Use it to help others and not to manipulate the situation or anything. The messenger is here. Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. I'm saying harmony a lot today. Here we go with harmony again. Harmony, harmony. Impatience. My life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. That's exactly what you're here for. It's your purpose. You are definitely a messenger. There are many of us out here. You're definitely a messenger. You bring divine guidance, knowledge, understanding of things that are way deeper than what the naked eye sees. You bring an awakening to wake people up. You definitely do. You bring out of people everything that they don't want to see in themselves. I noticed I commented on a post yesterday and said, it's always a problem when I'm coming. And I didn't say that to be arrogant or cocky. I was saying it as though every time I say something, it's a problem. Every time I do something, it's a problem. Every time I look some type of way, it's a problem. Why are you looking like that? Well, what am I looking like? Your eyes. Well, what about my eyes? Move your eyebrows. Okay. Well, that's just what they do. They do it and I don't even know they're doing it. They just do what they do. They do. So sometimes I don't even understand that. But if you understand me, you'll know I don't mean any harm. So what fell out is activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. I don't even know if I need to keep that because I never asked, but I'm just going to lay it here because the messenger is out. And you have to trust in the timing. I see the golden children. It's not your timing. It's always. Oh, you may get so impatient sometimes. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do this? So that's why I always, before I open with my readings, I always ask my Father to guide my heart, guide my mind, guide my mental, so I will never misdirect anyone and give them wrong information. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. She's open and she's talking to God. She's an open vessel right now. Solitude. And that's just how I feel when I talk to them and open up. I'm all yours. So when I do these readings, that's what it is. What do we have for truth? What do we have for truth? I did a video the other morning, a small one, saying customer exposure. So going to be a lot of exposing, and I didn't mean just directly for me, but even though my birthday represents customer exposure, it's a lot of people doing some exposing. It's a lot of people doing some truths. The void, stop, embrace the cosmic womb, and the great severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. These two fall under truth. There's that little dot again, and it's way off in space. So you're doing some severings, and that's going to cause a lot of conflict. A lot of conflict. And anger. It is. That's the truth. Someone's going to be very upset with you. Or they are. But hey. It really doesn't matter, because at this point, it's all out of your control. It's all out of your control. It's out of your hands. You have no choice about what you were sent here to do. So as I was saying, I'm not going to say mirror, because it can be that sometimes as well, but you reflect what people should see in themselves, especially now, because you've had so much. Oh wow, this one's up in the deck. Hermit. You've had so much projection done to you, to where now that you're using your gifts, you know what that is, to have projection thrown upon you. So when you redirect someone's energy towards them, it was definitely a problem. You're not who you used to be. So that's a problem. So I know when I was younger, I was mouthy. Still mouthy. And I think that's why people say, oh, you need to speak up, say something. Don't let anybody do this. Because a lot of times when I speak up, it comes out really, really rough, really, really bad. And I've had people to tell me, you say things you can't take back, you hit below the belt. Well, now is probably that time to start hitting below the belt. The Guardian is here. Trust in the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Woman of Crystals. That's an earth sign card. You're protected. Protected. With your higher knowings and understanding, you're definitely protected. Your knowledge is protected. That's why I try not to say a lot. I'm not supposed to say a lot. Not right now. You have a harvest coming. And this is not someone harvesting your energy. This is your harvest coming in as a messenger. And it's protected. You will be allowed to walk, talk freely, not disrespectfully, but freely as you wish. Some things are going to be wound down some. It won't be as intense. Activated earth, ley lines, power places, trust where you're led. Solitude. The intelligence of the universe lies within you, though, so you understand that. Brilliance. You understand about these power places, ley lines. You've been gifted with the intelligence of the universe. You've gone in solitude. You've been in solitude for so long that you've waited on the right people to arrive at the right time. You have. And that was brilliant of you to not lash out, to not cut up, to not act like a complete nut bucket. Oh, that was very brilliant, because now that you've had solitude, you're divinely protected to come to bring these messages as a messenger. Trust in the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So while others were throwing flames and buckets of water on top of your head and the red tomatoes while you were on the stage, you just had to kind of sit there and take it. You had to kind of sit in Heyman mode. Yeah, we did. And that's the truth. Because of anger and conflict. Because of this, trusting power places, ley line, you had to sit in Hangman mode. Not wanting to, but you had to. You had to stop and embrace winter. You had to embrace that cosmic womb. So you could be continuously blessed with these gifts as a child of the cosmos. That's how you have the universal intelligence within you. Then people ask you, well, how did you start? And what made you start? And what made you go on this journey? And what made you become spiritual? And there's no direct answer for that, and understanding really that knowing, other than I knew it was in me as a child. This is not something you just pick up. Maybe some do, but from my understanding, it's there at birth. It's already there. It's in you. And you've been brilliant. And Father's going to reward you for everything you went through in solitude. There will be no more sorrow. No more sorrow. The guardian is here. The guardian is here for protection. Sorrow is in reverse. Darkness shall fade. Yes, baby.
Can I get candy? My candy when I go for
I'm filming. You have to wait a minute. There it is. Get it. Get that one. Sorry, guys. It's my granddaughter. This is why. You went through impatience. You had to sit there with that, not knowing when it's going to come, not knowing when it's going to happen. Your breakthrough is here. And some of us are out of that energy. So now at this point in my life, I don't watch readings to wait to see when somebody sent to my link the other day, oh, don't worry about when your soulmate is coming. Well, who said I was worried about when a soulmate was coming? I like to watch different people because I like, the mind is such a powerful thing to me, to see how people think. I love to watch people and see what they're saying. And I just like it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I like it. I like to understand. I do. Stagnation. Fell in like a sideways, not really upside down, but it's in a blockage position. Next to breakthrough. So maybe you're coming out of this stagnation period. So it's turning. It's turning. It's moving slowly around that dial for you to use this intelligence of the cosmos. You've been in your solitude. You have gained brilliance. These crystals have formed like a little spacecraft or something. Well, whatever it is they designed and built, oh, it was brilliant. I'm stuttering. It was brilliant. The designing of it, the artistry of it. Oh, it was very brilliant. Very brilliant. So now you're coming out of stagnation from this solitude. Solitude. You've been in solitude. Probably caused a lot of stagnation for you, on top of what maybe some contributed to. Let's just put it that way. What do we have for truth? The great severing and going into hangman mode. Because when you did this great severing, oh yeah, that definitely put you in hangman mode. It put you in hangman mode to cut off a lot of people. It put you in thinking, to think about, why did you have to do this? To bring balance. It puts you in thinking to understand why you had to go in hangman mode. Because it was a lot of people had to be removed from your life. Some of us had to remove a lot of people. It put you in an alone phase, but you had to be put in this alone phase, this darkness. That's why I always tell people, oh no, I'm light. I'm a light worker. I'm a starseed. I'm a divine being. I understand that. Once I grasp that part of me having to embrace, go through this dark cosmic womb of being alone, away from everybody. That wasn't a mistake. And then I popped out. Because I was already given what I was supposed to do. I was already told what I was supposed to go and do. I knew that. It was no question about it. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do, A, B, C, and D. You can't do this. You won't be allowed to do this. You can't. You can't. All of this is going to be done to you. Booby traps. It's going to be done to you. And so I'm telling you now. So this is the messenger that brought it to me to tell me that this is what I'm going to have to do. So you're going to have to carry this duty. And I don't need you being impatient either, but I'm going to tell you what I need you to do. So others went through this as well. And you were being protected while going through it. You were. You were definitely protected while going through it. You went through a lot of sorrow. It was like this at one point. It came out in reverse. So now that is, you're coming out of the sorrow because you're going through this breakthrough. Here you come. There you go. Coming through worlds. 9 of worlds, 7 of worlds. The stagnation is now reversing. You come out of hangman mode. You have done some severings. It's probably a little more you need to do, but overall, you're balanced. You are on that rocker. You're not tilted, and you're not off kilter. You're not. You've been in hangman mode long enough. It's time. It's time. What do we have? Setback in reverse. Sorrow is in reverse and setback in the reverse. The intentions are here. Trust the wave you came in on. Trust the timing. So now everything is reverting. Everything is turning. Everything has to have an answer. There has to be, I saw the high priestess. There has to be an understanding. It's turning, it's moving. The chariot is here. The chariot is here. Breakthrough in the chariot. You're moving forward. That, if I can't put it in the better, that horse is moving forward. It's sure not moving backwards. It's moving forward. And I sure wouldn't want to be in the way of a horse coming through. Not me. So I think I'll move. Yeah, get out the way. Yeah. So I'll take the chariot. I'll take the chariot. Setback has been that's past. It's time to move forward. Solitude. You've been in solitude. You've gained this understanding of what your gifts are. You're brilliant. You have strength now. You're courageous. You're speaking. You're voiceful. You've always been that type of personality. But it had to come a time where you had to sit back, not lash out, and let everything happen in its own time, in its own natural course. The sun is here. Because everything was going to be designed and set up just for this. You had to go through humiliation. You had to be humiliated and let them. I did another video a while back and I said, let them. Balance. And the sun. So there's an order for everything. And there's definitely levels to it all. Not manipulated levels, but natural levelings. To where we just naturally are able to do as we do and what we do. Manipulation can't be involved. See the death card. Manipulation can't be involved. Yeah. What do we have for the sun? Setback. I see fortune. Didn't come out. We have setback in reverse, sorrow in reverse with the guardian. And great intentions. So trust the wave you came in on. Your time is not running out. What is this guardian here protecting you from? With sorrow in reverse. She's protecting you from towers. She's protecting you from towers, ma'am. Yeah. She's protecting you from towers. Because somebody is about to go through them. You've been through towers. It's not your turn to go through towers again. She's protecting you from what it's someone else's turn to go through. This is not yours. It's not yours. That's why sorrow in reverse and setback in reverse. But when I ask, what is she here protecting you from? Because her eyes are still closed. She's in prayer. But she's so lit. She's protecting you from towers. Because someone was impatient. They were very impatient. They couldn't wait on divine timing. But you did. I see fear. You did. So the messenger came to you. The messenger came to you. And when the messenger came to you, you asked for the messenger to come. You asked. And when the messenger came to you, sorry, these braids, you listened. You listened. And during that time, people probably were still harvesting your energy. Yeah, they were inventing. They were harvesting your energy with inventions. But now it's time for you to break through, move on this chariot, and now you're the inventor. You get to do the inventions. You're the inventor now. So it's your turn on this wheel. You've been brilliant. You've remained in solitude. Truth is here. You've done as much as you can. Truthfully, devil's play in reverse. But I see devil's play. You've done as much as you can truthfully. Activated earth, power places, ley lines. Inventor. Devil's play. Oh yeah. Somebody was inventing. This tower is not for you. Someone's about to be in disappointment. It came out in reverse on my end, but disappointment is here. Devil's play is here. It's how they came out. It's what's here. Tower, inventor, devil's play, and disappointment. This is turning into something else. This is not the same reading anymore. Now the story comes. Tower. Inventions. Inventions can mean many of things that someone has conjured up, done in devil's play, dark energy. Tower's here. Someone's about to go through some disappointment. There'll be no more sunshine. Even though disappointment came out in reverse, this reading started turning into something else to me. Learner. The learner was in reverse. What do we have for learner? What do we have? What do I need to know about learner, disappointment, and inventor? What do you need me to see? They flipping, but they're not coming out. What do you need me to see? We have devil's play here too. You need me to see confusion? On what was invented? It was confusion behind this. This is separate reading. It's turning into something else. It's turning into something else. It was someone here that was supposed to learn something and understand something. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. They were in confusion. Now it's the tower here. They were in devil's play. They invented. There's a rejoicer here. Someone invented Woman of Cups. It falls under devil's play. I see the High Priestess here on top of confusion. Creativity in reverse. Confusion in reverse. Learner. Confusion in reverse. Woman of Cups and High Priestess. Someone is trying to put somebody in a commencement. Why's the High Priestess here with rejoicer and confusion? Time and space in reverse. I'm not supposed to know. It fell on the rejoicer. The Lovers. I'm not supposed to know. Someone's not supposed to know. Commencement, Lovers, time and space. Fool, what was one? They're not supposed to know right now what was done to them. Yeah, it's a master here. Oh, the master and the High Priestess fell together. Somebody's in disappointment. Ooh. Somebody is in disappointment right now as we speak. They were inventing. They were inventing things like harvesting energy. What they call it? Destiny swapping. Yeah. Magic. Dark magic. Not happy magic. Dark magic. Not healing magic. Dark things. It's the high priestess here and the master is here. And it falls under truth. What did they do? What did you do? I think I know what you did, though. I know what you did. Master and high priestess together? Someone went to see something, do something. But the problem is somebody got one eye open. They saw. But disappointment did come out in reverse. Someone's going to be disappointed. Ooh. Fortune. Master. High priest. Oh, wait a minute. Picked up something on my finger. She even had on the table. Oh, creativity. Fall on the, excuse me, y'all. I should have did that on camera, but I couldn't help it. I'd have picked up something, grabbed baby, got on my cloth. Fortune and creativity. Master. Let me see. Her. One more. Illumination. Illumination and the Hierophant. Two mind-blowing cards. Two divine cards. Call them my godlike cards. My lit card. Creativity, fortune. I don't know if this is work or if this has to do with it trying to show me something different right now. Illumination falls under high priest and master. So definitely this person is illuminated to everything that's going on. Creativity, Hierophant, fortune. They know. And I keep saying they know, they know, they know. Someone's about to go through a tower. Somebody has done some things that they weren't supposed to do. They were in devil's play. A masterminded some things. An emperor. They're learning now that they're about to go through a tower. An emperor's about to go through a tower. Behind this has to do with some money and somebody being creative. It definitely does. Creativity here with the lovers. Why would it be here with the lovers with creativity? What did it fall? The moon. Yeah. There it goes. Here we go. The secrets are out. And look at what they feel. The emperor. She fell on the Hierophant. The moon is in between the emperor and the empress. Secrets are in between these two. This the one did it. Yeah. Fortune. This is the one that did it. The emperor. It had to do with being a lover. Yes, it did. Oh, baby. They had them some creative things going on. I can't say some stuff on YouTube. Because they have a little button that asks you, do children watch your channel? And all, and sometimes I forget to hit. Or is it for children? Sometimes I forget to hit the button. I don't need no marks. I'm just now trying to get started. I'm just trying to get it going. Someone is illuminated to all this, illumination is here. The moon is next to the emperor, and slow down. She is under the Hierophant and next to illumination. She understands exactly, without a doubt, all knowing how much creativity was done with this moon card here. Emperor secrets. Empress. Higher knowing over her head. Activated earth. Power places ley lines, falls over her head. 2. With the Hierophant and the Rejoicer. Brilliance. Child of the cosmos. The Empress is the child of the cosmos. She's in the same role. So, there's a lot that she's well aware of. And that's one of them. Anger. There's a lot she's well aware of. And she know that had to do with money. And it's a commencement here. But somebody's learning. They may learn today. What's today? June 1st? Art is here. That's why these two are out. The Master and the High Priestess. Someone paid fortune for art. And I don't mean the kind where you draw and I paint and I do all of that. No. We're talking about a different type of creative art that some are not aware of. But somebody is. They're illuminated to exactly what happened. They are. And they've been told to shh. Anger on the Emperor. Fool child is here. When it rolled out in reverse and ended up right side up. Yeah, somebody was the fool. They were flaming hot. They was just hot. You know how they say you get $1 in your pocket when you're a little kid and you can't wait to go and spend it? It's kind of like that. They was ready. Ready, set, go. Creativity, art, and the moon. This had to do with some lovers. Sure did. Creativity, art, and the moon. The Fool is here. Anger, the Fool. Someone is angered. Oh, they are. Oh, they are. Look at all that red. They are heated. They are. They are heated hot. But you're illuminated and you understand it. You do. You understand it. You definitely understand it. You're the Hermit. You understand a lot. But you're also the Empress. So to a lot of people, oh God, this is just so meant to say. I'm a Virgo. I can't say right now what my rising and my moon is, but I won't do that. I am a Virgo. A lot of people looked at you like this for a long time, just like this. Stoic, stoned, simple, basic. But underneath all of that brick, if you chisel it, get a little chisel and start like artifacts. Gave it some time. Gave it some time. Some solitude, some being impatient, some activated earth, and what else we got? Trust the time and the wave you came in, on all of that. This is who this person evolved to be. That's who they evolved to be. They did. Because they had to regenerate. They went through some things to come out to be this. Integrity is on the bottom of the deck. And there's a star behind it. ecstasy. So we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands is here. So we have the Hermit. What do we have for the Eight of Cups? Ace of Cups, I'm sorry, and the Hermit. What do we have? What do we have? Love and logic. Just what I was saying. Ace of Cups, love, and the Hermit would be illogical. They would. Love and logic. That's what we have for the Empress. That's what the Empress brings. So why do we have this Emperor and so much anger? Universe in reverse. Okay. The world is turned upside down. It's been flipped. As I was saying at the beginning of the reading, the clock, the dial on the clock is now moving. So people and places and things that were arranged at one point, that no more. Someone's universe is in reverse now. That's why they're angry. Falls on the Emperor. Someone's in fear. Their universe is in reverse, and that's bringing fear and anger. What else do I need to see? Help me to understand where it lands and what I need to see to keep it in my. We're talking about this Emperor. What do I need to see? Nurturing. Fell over here. You brought nurturing to this Emperor. Someone's universe is in reverse. They're fearful. They're afraid. You brought nurturing. You bring nurturing. You're fruitful. Actor. Man of Wands. Fire sign. Someone's universe is in reverse right now. You have probably turned someone's world upside down. Nurturing is over here with the Empress and the Hermit. Logic, love, ecstasy. This one is slap in the middle. So this was passion involved. This is passion. Someone's in the Tower. Inventor. Okay. Magician is in a blockage position. Somebody's not working on themselves. They're not trying to. Success is over here under nurturing. Someone's going to be successful. Someone's definitely going to be successful. Someone is going to be successful. Dullness fell in the blockage position. So you got passion upright and dullness, like, yeah. Someone is passionately waiting on you. They're a little dull. They're a little dull. The star flipped over. They're a little dull. They look at you as that. That's what you are. What do we have for Seven of Crystals? Passion. Well, on top of success and the Hermit and nurturing, we got the Regenerator is here. You're going to be okay. You're going to regenerate some things. Whatever you do, do it wisely with great intentions. Especially being a regenerator. So you're bringing things back into balance. You're bringing things back to life. You're starting this over. Redo. Repair. Sage of Cups. You're new at it. You're new at it. You're young at it. You're young at it. But you're going to be successful at it. Nurturing is here. Nurturing is here. Not only is nurturing here, you have the Hierophant here and the Guardian. So they're going to make sure that you do what's right and you do the right thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. The knower fell on top of that. You know, because you know. They're going to make sure that you do the right thing. It will be no other way. You're still a sage. You're still a sage. But you're the sage of crystals. And you hold this in your hand. You hold it there. You hold it in that hand. You do. They say your hands show everything, huh? Oh, it's in there. Oh, it's there. Noah, there'll be success. There will be success. This passion and dullness part is irking me because I definitely know what all that's about. And someone is not, Oh, no. Oh, no, magician. Negativity. Negativity. Fell on top of dullness and passion. And I said the magician. This magician, I always say make it magically delicious. This magician made it magically negative and malicious. That magician made it malicious. Yeah, just that's what they did. They did. Spirit said, trust that. They did. I'm looking at my grandmother's pendant. All I could do is say thank you. Thank you. So I have the table like a divide. This right here separates the two because it took off into its own little thing. But look what fell right here. Reward is coming for an Empress. As long as she keeps God first, Spirit, higher power first. And know that she's never in control or he is never in control. But the Empress is over here. The Emperor is over here. And I know that they say that it's all energies, but the Empress landed on the right side of my board and the Emperor landed over here. And over here, these two are separating the two. Over here, they just start landing, flying over here, and these start flying over here. So really, what am I supposed to do to let them land where they land? And I start reading back from there. There's a negative magician here. And right before that, this is what we have. And I see a Man of Cups. Somebody's been acting. They've been doing some put on. I put on for my city, I put off. They've been putting on for the city too, yeah. Achiever. Yeah, they've been putting on. I put on for my city, I put on. Yep. For a minute. You did it for a minute. It'll be put to death. No more achieving that. I always tell people, be careful who you do things to. Especially when nobody got no malicious intent or harm towards you. They're not even thinking that way. They're not thinking that way. Because this is how they're thinking. She's a filler. She was definitely... This is a filler. They may be childlike. They're a filler. But even though they may be giddy and childlike in personality, they take that real seriously. Real seriously. So it's like a thin line, a cutoff, and people don't know what to... They just can't figure you out. They think your childlike spirit is delusional. Or you're, I always say naive. But that's because you show people at the end of the day they always say in the court of law you're innocent until proven guilty, but honestly I don't look at the court of law that way. I look at it as you are really guilty until you can prove yourself innocent. So when it comes to a lot of things, you just can't prove. You can't do it. You can't do it. Don't judge a book by its cover. People will, I don't like judging people, so I always let people show me who they are instead of going into it with a negative mind frame and reading people all the time. That gets dull. That gets crazy. I don't like that. I try to turn that off sometimes. Like, okay, don't be thinking so hard. Don't. Equanimity. Equanimity. I was trying to give people a fair chance to say, okay, everybody deserves a fair shot, because we have all made mistakes in life. So I look at, like, who am I to judge them? That just let you can prove yourself. Give you a chance to prove. I guess that's why people say I'm harsh and cold. And no, because once I've given you a chance to prove yourself and show me who you are, and then you start showing me who you are, and it's not in alignment with who I am, then the star. I believe in equanimity. I do. The star is here. And every time I look at this card, I never noticed this emerald on it next to her with diamonds. And it's a stork. It's a stork. So the stork is there with the people. The little people down there at the bottom. And she's standing there giving knowledge. And they're there taking it in and listening. But around her is all the beautiful, sweet things. Starfish, a little sea urchin there. It's a book. I never noticed the book. But a person that's, I'm pointing all these things out on the card that she represents and what's available to her. That's why equanimity came out, because a person like this would want fair balance for everyone. No harm intended. No harm intended. So when you have people that don't want harm and they just want fairness, and justice, and peace, and synthesis, God puts a halt to things. Because at the end of the day, people have guardians and protectors and ancestors that protect them. Just because you can't see them don't mean they're not there. And then at the end of the day, God gives out the last order to say who goes out to do what. So, oh, that's my opinion. When he say release the beast, when he say release the beast, then it's out the cage and there's nothing you can do. You'll just know that you can't keep doing that to the next person. There will be a death put to that, and there will be no more achieving. We have the Man of Cups in reverse. There will be a death put to these things. Yes, it will. Because that's not what this person is here for. They're just here for synthesis. No drama. None. 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 Delusion. On my end, it's in reverse. But when I flip this card up, it's delusion. Someone is delusional. And it may be this person that's in reverse that's been achieving some things upright, that's about to have some things put to death. It's about to be halted, exalted, stopped, no go. Monopoly. Don't pass go. And it's a little part on there say what, straight to jail. Aspiration. Oh yeah, some stuff on that little game board, but I don't play games too much, but I know what's on them. I played life long enough. Synergy and synthesis. Synergy and synthesis. I played the game of life long enough to understand. My daddy used to always tell me, you don't jump in every fight. You don't. You don't jump in every fight. Let a fool be a fool. Let a fool be a fool. Let them be a fool. Because eventually they'll have time to sit down for reflection. And being a player, you have time to reflect. Sure will. Right while you're sitting flying at that tower. You may have time to reflect a little bit before you hit the bottom. And get a little prayer in before you hit down at the bottom. You say, forgive me, Father, Lord, I know not what I did. Know not what I do. You have just enough time to say to say that. Because you were in narrowness. You definitely were in narrowness. Someone was in narrowness. That's why they're having to reflect. The players, they're having to reflect. There you go. They've been in delusion. And now the death card and the tower card is here. As for someone else over here on this side, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but this is just how it is. The cards separated themselves. My God don't lie to me. Spirit doesn't lie to me. It is what it is. Someone stayed this way. And they watched out for power places, ley lines, but they followed divine guidance. It is here. They trust the way that they came in on. They did. They did. And they were divinely protected. And they had courage. They had courage. It took courage. They didn't understand that this person wore these faces as well. But you only pull out if you need to. You don't just do it just gung-ho like lollygog. For what? For what? That's trauma. Know when to walk away. Know when to walk away. I was just saying what my dad told me. You don't go to every battle to fight. No. Because you're the preserver. You're being preserved for something different. You have a different duty and a different task here. Young lady. You do. You do. You have a different duty and different task here. And you have too many protectors divinely protecting you, young lady or young man, whoever this reading may be for, because it may be a man in this energy. All men aren't bad. And I said I was going to do a divine masculine reading for them because you got some great ones out here. You really do. Oh, you do. And they deserve all the credit. The equilibrium. They deserve it. I'm not one that's going to take it away from you. But if the shoe fits, wear it. But there are some. There's some. They deserve that equilibrium. They're that flower. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Well, there you go. That's what that 2 of Cups gonna bring, some change. It's about to bring change. Empress, you're about to have a change. Or Emperor, if you're in this energy with Empress as a preserver. or the man that's nurturing this woman of worlds, you deserve all the praise. Yes, you do. You're showing love. Oh, you deserve all this praise. Noah. And everybody don't deserve this type of. And not saying you're supposed to stay with somebody because they may be in this type of condition either. I'm not saying that either. But if you are a preserving type of energy, meaning nurturing that love, loving that person, nurturing them, bringing them back into balance, coasting them, guiding them, giving them higher knowings, understanding, best friend type energy. You need me, I need you. We're going to preserve this through hell or high water, through many worlds. We're going to do it right. And you're loving on them. And you have this knowing of that. You're a knower. Success all the way. In many worlds, many planets. Don't have to ever worry about success or fortune. Or fortune. You've done what you needed to do to get there. For this to be gained. You've put in the work. You put in the footwork. You put in the hard work. You put in the mental work. Trust that. You put in the work. You have put in the work to deserve everything that I'm seeing here on this board. And then some of everything that the Most High and this guardian wants to bring you. You're going to get it all. You're going to get it. You did the balance. That's true. And we have trust. You watched for many years all these activated earth and ley lines and places. You did everything you were supposed to do. You did exactly what Spirit told you to do. Had a couple little ins and outs with yourself, but you stayed on a mission to get you here to where you are today. You did. No ifs and buts about it. Regardless of what others had to say. You still stayed on your path. Like I've always told my kids. Messenger. Like I've always told my kids. When they start asking, oh, well, graduating high school and stuff, I don't know what I want to be. What should I be? Baby, that is your life path. Your goal. Whatever it is that you decide to be the best at it. Be the best at it. That's all I can tell you, because I don't have to live with your career at the end of the day. That's a choice that you make that you have to live with for the rest of your life. Or if you decide to go back to school or whatever it is, the rest of 10 years or whatever you choose to do if you switch or however. I would never have to be the one at the end of the day to wake up and go to your job, clock in for you, none of that. So whatever you want to do, you do it. I've always tried to be an encouraging parent. You do that. You want to be a windshield wiper? Downtown, cleaning high rises? Hey, own the company. Be the best one you can be. Be so great at it that when it's time for the building to have their windows cleaned, they say, oh, I'm going to call this service to come and do that. That's your contract. It's your fulfillment. But do what you want. And the reason I brought that up to say that is because people are going to always try to discourage you from your path. They're going to always tell you where you should go, how you should do it, what you should be doing, what color it should be, how it should be. Oh, dear God. It's just a whole headache. Is it worth it? No, it's not. No. No. I want to pull one from this one. And this one. Okay. I see the wings. Ooh, excuse me. So sorry. I want to see what we have as far as a clarification from the first reading. see the energy that's going on right now. First, when it showed me definitely what we're going through, who's going through what. It divided. It was a division of the cards. So people going their separate ways. The book. Knowledge. People going their separate ways. There's an understanding about this book. The tree. The tree stands firm. It doesn't sway. It doesn't move. It is rooted, and it is deep rooted. And trees talk. And I always say trees are like people. They can feel, they can hear, they can... Trees are something else. And I'm a tree lover. Yes, I am. A tree is so rooted. It takes a lot to push up a tree. Even through tornadoes, winds, everything. I have loss. I turn it this way, it's upright. Someone wanted you to have loss. It's in reverse. Someone wanted you to have loss until they realized you were a tree and you had this book of knowledge. But that's why loss is in reverse. It's in reverse. What else do I need to say? You have a book. You have a book of knowledge. It's your own knowledge and your own way of understanding, but it's yours. The spider. And the body. I didn't need, there's too many, but it's okay. And I see the spider in this web. That's for someone to get you caught up in something. Don't apples grow on trees? It fell under the tree. And the body. Body falls under the book. You knew about this book and what was supposed to be done. Little bees. Bees can be allergic reactions to some people. They can actually cause death. Especially, they say if more than one bee bites you at a time or something like that, that can, for some people, that is deadly. Loss. But somebody was stung by the bees, but it didn't do what it was supposed to do. The loss is not here. The tree and the apple. This tree is rooted. The apple, good fruit. Or you can be the apple of someone's eye, but now they understand that you're a very rooted person. You're rooted. You are rooted. You're not swaying. Why is the spider here? Your beliefs are your beliefs and you believe in your beliefs. That's like saying you don't believe in yourself. Like, somebody is not going to be moved. Oh, hit the floor. We have milk. Nurturing. Bees pollinate. They make honey too, which is healing. Honey is healing. Honey is healing. It's a natural antibiotic. It's a natural... Oh, wow. The noose. They tried to take you out. They tried to cause loss. The noose. Choking. Out. Body. Book. Well, I'll be. The womb. the womb. This represents the womb. Someone tried to do something to that. Someone tried to really do something with this book of, but you know, you have the knowledge as well, but someone used a book to do something, and a noose to hang you, to hang you, to hang you, to hang you. Tree. What do we have a tree in Apple? Oh, that's a lot. We have family, a boar, and belonging. Fantasy, boar, and belonging. That's too many cards. I need one. What do we have for tree and apple? Tree and apple. What do we have? One, please, Spirit. This one. Okay. Wildflowers. These are so similar. They're earthy. They're grown outside in nature. So it's the apple. It's grown on a tree. So all of these are natural, earthly, healthy wildflowers. They smell nice. The noose is in reverse. Loving. Flowers. Wildflowers. Nice. Ooh, that's a lot. I see a pond, a lamp. I see a knife. The knife fell out upright on the bees. Whoa. Okay. Somebody's trying to stab you in your back. Well, they did stab you in your back because house fell on top of loss. I don't even want to talk about this no more. But these fell out and there's too many. And it's a pond. And I kept having a dream about a little pond with the crocodiles came up out of it. It was so pretty with the lotus. That's that pond. That's somebody definitely power. Somebody definitely used their powers like we saw in the first one. They went to a house to do this, and it could have been behind a house. Somebody definitely tried it. Definitely. I'll play Jeopardy on that one. I'll bet it. Jeopardy. Alex, I'll finish that puzzle for $1 million with no regrets. Let me answer it. I'll take that one. I got it. I got it. Just give me the best perspective in to explain it to you to where I can understand it. That may be a little bit different from yours, but I bet you I'll take it, Alex. What we got for wildflowers and bumblebees? Because bees pollinate off flowers. So somebody been pollinating off you? Somebody been trying to live off you? Ooh, didn't I say I was going to pop a fingernail? Somebody been trying to pollinate off you? I knew I was going to pop a nail. I said that the other day. Cauldron. Lost cauldron. Bees. Somebody was trying to pollinate off of you. You know how the bees go to the little flowers and that's their means of living. And they came out anyway. Power is out here on the wildflowers. That fell under the tree, the apple. You got the power. I got the power. Now you got the power. Freedom. Now you got your power. Yep. Yep, you're free. You done made it out of that. Because this falls under the spider web magic. You couldn't be. You couldn't be. The milk is here. Up under the spider. You couldn't be trapped. Couldn't be. Freedom. Now you've got the power. Freedom is here. Next to the cauldron. They tried to put you in this pot and boil you too. Sure did. Yeah. That lady had. The lady hand sticking up out the pot. And like her hand is sticking up out the pot. Like, no, no, no. I'm a human. No, you can't boil me. You can't do this to me. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Now someone knows. That's why this is in reverse. The book should have been studied a little bit more about that tree. See, all the knowledge was in the book about the tree. Somebody didn't read all of everything. They didn't read it all because the noose is in reverse. This apple don't look like the Apple logo on the Apple phone. That's a bitten apple on the Apple phone. This apple is whole with the wildflowers, but power falls under that. So someone didn't look the part. Toad falls under the cauldron and the bee for loss. Loss, the bees, cauldron, and the toad. The toad can be good luck and all that, but I don't want to look at the toad that way. I look at, like when I look at the movies when I was little, they take the pot, the cauldron, and they put all the little, whatever they gonna boil and brew and whatever, and they be stirring. Yeah. Yeah. For me to say this and what I'm saying now and speaking on took a lot of bravery. It did. Mushrooms are here. Bravery falls under freedom. This took a lot of bravery to come to this freedom. It took that. To slip out of that spider web, because spider web get all on you. It just feel like it's all everywhere. I done walked into them before. Mushrooms. The body. Mushrooms heal the body. They can heal the body. There's a book of knowing here. There's a healer here. She heals the body. She has power. Damn it! There's the healer. She heals the body. And gets things like this. And this. And reading. And this. To understand her healing. It's so... Pun came out again. I see the knife back here. This is behind love. This was definitely behind something to do with that. Someone is a healer. Definitely. Of light. Of using natural things if need be. I believe in natural healing more so than synthetic drugs. I just do. That's my personal preference. No, you can't do it all the time, but some things take a tragic dose of something that the doctor may give you if you're in really 6 phases of illnesses and things like that. I can't say anything about that. That's a touchy subject. But at the end of the day, that somebody, fake people, that's who the somebodies were. It was fake people doing things to hurt people. They really were. Family, sister, or brother. I wasn't even supposed to start doing these right now, but I'm finna start doing them. Family, sister, brother. I see dog. Somebody has prayer. Somebody's been praying. They probably begging for forgiveness. I'm going to just do them as I split because these are so hard to work with. Somebody's doing kid shit. Somebody's a snacker. Somebody is a feather or wing being. Respect is here. Promise is here. Someone has a lot of respect for you. The sun. Somebody's going to promise you to do something too. A light being. Evil eye. I put my little necklace somewhere around here. Fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is here. I see a rooster. That's my Chinese astrology. I see a rabbit. I see a rat. Someone is spiritual, but someone has a bad attitude. Someone has blonde hair. Someone is a social butterfly. Stay hopeful. Stay prayed up. I'm going to pull more of these today because I feel the need to. I see art again. Someone is he or she is a sweetheart. Piercings and tattoos. Somebody doing kid shit, definitely. I got it twice. The law is here, though. Somebody's calling law for something. Someone's a writer. Someone is a star. There's a mic here. And someone has brown eyes. Black hair. A pig and music. And I see lovers. I see fortune too. Well, best friends. Lovers. Best. Someone may be your best friend. They may be your lover. They may be your best friend. This may be somebody's best friend that did this. They made fortune together. I love you much. This may be someone that's coming to you. The elephant is here. The elephant. I myself love elephants. I think they're beautiful. Someone's going through a transformation. Someone is going through a transformation. I'm going to get ready to cut this off. Something here to do with science. And somebody is sad. They are. Somebody did something with science. And now they're sad. And I pulled the body card earlier. And healing. But somebody was spiritual. This is the last card that was on it. What? Somebody's a thief. And that's the person that's sad. That was playing with science. Like experimenting or something. With science. I'll never pull that card. Science. And I pulled the body and healing and all these natural things fell in the road. The tree, the apple, the flowers. Yeah. Somebody played around. Yeah. And they were a thief. They were. And now someone's in deep regret. They are in deep, deep regret from the first reading. Oh, wow. When I split it, say low life creep. Yep. It's a low life creep with no answer. So don't ask them nothing because they have no answer. They can't even answer. I never even pulled that card ever. A stalker. You have a stalker, Stan or Stanetta. See, this is a deck I wrote a long time ago and I forgot about it. Yep. I forgot about it. Behind the scenes. So someone is behind the scenes. They're Stan or Stanetta. They're a low-life creep. They have no answers for you. Oh, and they're a bad man. Bad man. That's been messing with a good woman. Well, how about that? And she says, just like that. And you guys have a blessed day. I'll try to bring a reading, if not later on tonight, tomorrow. I'll never use these. I think I used them maybe one time 2 years ago. I don't use those. I forgot I even had them. Well, ain't it funny how a guy has a funny sense of humor, don't he? Always. You guys have a blessed day and a blessed night. And I thank you so much. Good night.